A lot of times when we talk about selfishness, people look at it as a negative. No, that shit is a positive because each person has to have that selfish energy so that we can see if our selfish energies align.
I'm Keith, winner of the Bad Boy Membership Contest. I recently joined the Bad Boy Membership, but I wish I'd done it a long time ago because the content is the real deal. It helps you become more secure, confident, and masculine, which will help you in all aspects of your life, but especially with women. So thank you for the prizes that I won, but the real thanks is for the powerful content. Get on the Bad Boy Membership now. You won't regret it.
Go to badboymembership.com. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com. See, DJ Comics 2K said most people are selfish in hookup culture. Well, bro, you know, everybody's selfish in any type of relationship. You think y'all think that, listen, I try to tell you guys this, relationships are all about selfishness.
Exactly.
Y'all understand that? Do you know, like, listen, the only reason you're with your girl or any girl you fucking with is because of selfishness. The only reason your girl or any girl that's dealing with you is because of selfishness. Ain't nobody sitting there doing charity for motherfuckers.
The basic relationship is two people who find that their selfishness works in each other's favor automatically.
Exactly. That's what it is.
My type of selfishness might actually make sense and might actually benefit you.
Right. Exactly.
But because what everybody needs to understand, see, and that's the reason why most relationships don't work. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of you people are trying to not be selfish, but to not be selfish is unnatural.
Right, exactly.
So when you spend your time not being selfish, what are you doing? You're trying to be a people pleaser. Mm-hmm. And at some point that is going to wear thin. Why? Because it's unnatural for you to do things that are against your own interest.
Right.
But when you do things that are in line with your interests and they happen to be beneficial to the other person, that's when relationships work.
Right.
For example, I'm selfish. I already know that. However, I love to cook.
Right.
I love to cook and I love to drive. So therefore, any woman that's with me, she never has to worry about driving and she doesn't have to be the greatest cook because I'll teach her everything she ever needs to know.
Right.
She still needs to cook, mind you, but she doesn't have to be the greatest cook. So I'll get for those two reasons, I'll get women who fuck with me, women who don't like to drive, and women who are not necessarily the best cook, but are willing to be coached. Those are the type of women that will get with me and be happy.
And they'll benefit off of that.
And they'll benefit off of fucking with me.
Your selfishness, exactly.
I'm being selfish because I'm the type of nigga, I love to cook so much. If sometimes a bitch don't know what I need her to know, I'll be like, bitch, get the fuck out the kitchen. I'll take care of all this. But the rest of the house better be clean though. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's levels to everything. But the point I'm trying to make is me knowing who I am and being selfish, it can work, it can benefit. Understand what I'm saying? It can benefit a woman because it's like, oh, all right, cool. Well, this nigga, he loves to drive. If we go on road trips, then he's doing like 95% of all the driving. And I don't like to drive. So I love this nigga.
Right.
You understand? And vice versa. Because I don't ever, because if I get with a bitch and I say, all right, I'm driving. And then we start to have an argument about who's driving.
Right.
I can't fuck with you, bitch. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like just certain things. But again, it's all about being selfish. It's about being selfish. Relationships work when your selfishness and her selfishness works with each other, because no matter what you think you're doing, everything that you do should be for your own interest.
Exactly.
If it happens to benefit someone else, that is what they call icing on the cake.
Exactly.
So that means when I get up and I do things for my woman, trust me, it's for my own interest. And at the same time, if I feel like if a woman's doing something for me, I want it to be in her selfish interest.
Exactly, because that's called compatibility. When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, the things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.
That's exactly.
Because see, all about the Benjamin says, should there be a limit to selfishness, or I should just not give a fuck about anybody but myself? See, this is the thing. This is the thing. When you're being selfish, right? And we're talking about, and I'm not talking about doing shit in the sense of you hurting other people in the process of you being selfish. Like I say, I'm gonna be selfish and fucking, I want this spot, so I'm gonna push this person in the street and because I want to stand here. I'm not talking about that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? What we're saying here is that yes, when you are selfish, because and think about it this way, you're actually doing a disservice to the person you're with by not being selfish. You understand what I'm saying? Because how did they get with you? They got with you, or they were interested or attracted to you, right? They met you as you. And who are you being at that moment? Selfish. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that a lot of times when we talk about selfishness, people look at it as a negative. No, that shit is a positive, because each person has to have that selfish energy so that we can see if our selfish energies align. This is where we talk about cooperation. All cooperation is that when you're dealing with a woman, you're not changing her. All you're doing is seeing if the shit you wants to do aligns with the shit she wants to do. That's it. So what happens is that if y'all are both actually doing exactly what y'all want to do and it aligns up, that's called compatibility. And that's how relationships actually work. See, there's going to be times here and there where you can say, okay, I'm going to compromise on this, I'm going to compromise on that if we have some differences here and there. But in general, it's like your selfishness and this person's selfishness has to match up.
Right.
And
even when you choose to compromise, that's still a selfish interest.
Right.
Because the reason why you're even choosing to compromise is because at some point you're thinking, well, I'm a compromise because there's still something in it for me.
Exactly. Right.
Because you're still considering something about that person that you like more than whatever it is you have to give up.
Exactly. Right.
If you're balancing it out, you'd be like, all right, well, I could compromise this because that other thing that she do, I like that shit more than whatever the fuck this little thing that she's asking me to do.
Right.
I'll do that shit even though I don't like it, because this other thing that she do, I fucks with that heavy and I need that. So I'm gonna compromise this little thing because this other thing means more to me. So it still ends up being a selfish interest at the end of the day.
It's still about what you want.
Yeah, even when you compromise. This is why we tell you guys, identity. Who you are and what you want is the most important thing. If you don't understand that shit, you're lost, and you're just being a nice guy. And bitches we know that bitches don't like nice guys.
Right.
Because what is a nice guy doing? He's not being selfish.
Right.
Meaning that he's not dealing with what he really wants. He's trying to please her.
Exactly.
And because she knows she ain't shit, she looking at you like you stupid.
Exactly right. That's facts.
Why the fuck are you trying to please me? Do you? And let me see if I could get with that.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Go to badboymembership.com. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com.